We continue our position preview and look at the linebackers today with defensive coordinator Andy Bobik. Coach, obviously the spring sowing practice, especially on the defensive side of the ball, with the group that you have this year, a lot of young players.
Lots of young players. Right now, with our middle linebacker position, there's only one guy who saw the field a little bit, not much. Two outside linebackers played last year. Everyone else is young, very young.
When you took a look at the guys that you do have back and do have some experience, Dan Sullivan injured during the course of the spring, so he hasn't participated in a whole lot. Dave Damirgian, really the only other returning guy with that experience. I would imagine for him he's taken on a big leadership role.
David's done a great job trying to get our young guys on the same page. Anthony McDonough, played a lot last year, got a lot of reps, and he's also trying to help the young guys. We're kind of a work in progress. We're getting better every day, and that's good right now.
As you look forward to the spring game coming up this Saturday to kind of put a close on spring practice, what are the things that you're focusing on mostly? Is it making plays? Is it technique? Is it being in the right spot at the right time, or a little bit of all?
Well, we're trying to do all those things. We're asking guys to be accountable, to be in the right spot at the right time, to make tackles when they're supposed to. That's what defense is, making tackles when you're supposed to at the time you're supposed to make them. And I think we've progressed. We're not quite there yet, but we're getting better. We got 3 more days of work. And the spring game is just another practice to me. We just got to get better at what we're doing.
We saw in the first scrimmage today, it was impressive with the work of another one of your young guys. Thought Tyler Thompson, we heard his name called a lot, seemed to be making a lot of tackles.
It seemed that way. I mean, I'll wait to see the film, but we got some push inside. Some linebackers were clean. Were able to make tackles. I felt, once we watch the tape, I think we'll get a better idea. But I think we did a decent job against the run today.
As we talk about the younger crew of guys, I mean, this must be, I would think, challenging for you as the defensive coordinator, but also probably a little bit fun working with some newer guys.
It's a little different having to explain everything over and over and go through it. When you have a veteran crowd, you don't have to do a lot of the fine-tuning on some things. Now we're fine-tuning and teaching, and you gotta remember they don't know as much as they should at this point, or as I would like them to. So everything's a learning experience for them more than anything. Yeah.
Coach, appreciate the time. Look forward to seeing you on the spring game on Saturday, and a good performance out of the linebackers.
All right, thanks, Matty. Appreciate it.
That's defensive coordinator Andy Bobik. We continue our position preview, looking today at the linebackers.
Monmouth football spring scrimmage #1 in the books. We're taking a quick look at the linebackers with Dave Damirgian. And Dave, you seem to be on a lot of tackles today. You were all over the field. Why don't you first talk about how this first scrimmage went before we kind of get into the kind of later spring idea? But from your point of view, how did things go today?
I thought we had a really good day today, even on both sides of the ball. From defense, we didn't let up a touchdown at all, so I thought that was really good. And but offense, they also had some really big plays, which as defense we got to stop. But I mean, that looked good from an offensive standpoint at least.
And Dave, you're a veteran, been in the program a couple of years, so you've gone through this routine, getting ready for a season, starting off in the spring. And how important is it to have a good spring season, lead into a productive summer, and then ultimately a good fall?
It's extremely important. With the seniors leaving, we gotta find the guys who can replace them. So those guys really got to get their reps, just get used to their new role as a starter or as a playmaker. So it's huge. You got to get used to just going back to the fundamentals.
And specifically, your position from the linebacker spot. What do you like from some of the guys that you'll be teaming up with on that side in that position this upcoming season?
I think we're really coming together as a unit, and we're really learning how to play together. Losing Louts last year, so he was obviously a great part on the right side, a great leader. So I've just tried to step up and take that role, and we just really been learning to gel and play as a unit, learn where we got to be at all the right times.
Spring season almost over now, culminating this Saturday with the spring game on the 27th. What from now to then would you like to see not only yourself but the linebacking core as a whole accomplish to really put a good exclamation point on the spring season?
I think we just got to learn to be a little bit more consistent. For the most part, we were in the right places a lot today, but there's those couple plays where if you're in the wrong spot, a big play happens. So I just think from a linebacker standpoint, myself included, we got to learn to just always be at the right spot at the right time so that we don't let up those big plays.
Well, Dave, we appreciate a few minutes after the scrimmage. Good luck Saturday in the spring game. Thanks for a couple of minutes.
All right, thanks a lot.
That's Dave Damirgian, one of the linebackers here for this Monmouth Hawks team, getting ready for the upcoming spring football game, Saturday, April 27th.